Hello, everyone. How you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to Imperfectly Well. I'm going to give you guys a moment to jump on. I'm just going to pull this up over here so I can check it out. I'm so excited. We have a full moon at the beginning of next week. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling it yet? Today might be the first day that we're starting to feel this energy. So today's also Mercury Retrograde. So let me know if you guys are feeling into this. And Mercury Retrograde, by the way, my friends, is it's not something to be afraid of. So I don't want you to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Mercury's in retrograde. It's really an opportunity to look at. It's like a stop and review kind of opportunity to be able to say, all right, what have I been doing for the past few months, and how can I restructure and reset things going forward? So for those of you who have not been to Cosmic TV before, welcome. You can check us out at cosmictelevision.com. It's like a spiritual and metaphysical Netflix. You'll also find other shows like this, courses, films from conscious filmmakers, all the things you'll need for your spiritual and metaphysical journey. My name's Laura Mazzotta, and I'm an Akashic therapist and Reiki Master, and I'm really here to guide restless souls to summon their power so that they can get to a place of vitality and strength in their personal lives and their professional lives. And today, I'm here to chant in the Akashic Records with you, which I'm so excited about. I am an Akashic practitioner, and I've also been a therapist for almost 20 years. And I integrated the two for a while, but now I can honestly say, the power of the Akash blows away any kind of certifications or licenses that we can hold here on this planet in human form. And I just choose to channel everything from this space. And it's so loving and so healing and so giving. And I can't wait, honestly, to just sit here and chant with you guys today. You guys can chant along with me, or you can just receive. Either way, you're going to receive these vibrations. You're going to have a shift. And I would love to know how you're feeling after you've been exposed to this practice. This is actually one of my favorite practices ever. And it's one of the ones that brings me right to center and really aligns me with the vibration of the universe and my true self. And one of the reasons that chanting does that is because when you chant, you can chant in other languages. So this one is going to be chanting in Sanskrit. And when we chant in Sanskrit, it's not something that our ego is going to talk back to, right? And it's beautiful because then our minds aren't running in terms of, like, if I sat here and chanted, I am safe, I am healthy, I am strong, my mind might be like, no, you're not. Remember this, remember that, right? And it talks back to us. And so chanting gives us the opportunity to really put that ego aside, put the mind aside, and really, really focus on just vibration. And again, yes, you guys can receive this in order to feel the vibrations and shift. But if you chant along with me, and I'm going to put the lyrics in the comments for you so that you have an opportunity to chant along with me if you desire, but you don't have to. But if you do that, you get to also feel the power of generating your own vibration, of generating your own shift, which is incredibly magical and empowering. So I invite you to do that if you're feeling called. So just before we do this, is there anybody here watching who has not been in their Akashic Records before? Because I'm going to guide you guys through a brief meditation to balance our energy so that we're not jumping straight from this super dense physical body energy all the way up to this super high frequency energy and feeling like a little wonky and off balance. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sound 5 sacred ohms to open up our records. And so on the 5th ohm, all I ask you to do is to identify what name you want to use to open the records. So the name we use to open the records is typically, it's the name that feels the most like us. So it could be your first name, it could be first and last, first and middle, the name at birth. Whatever you desire, you can string them all together if you want. I've known many people who have done that as well. So whatever feels the most like your essence, feels like you, that's the name you want to use to open the record. So we'll do that on the 5th ohm. And again, that's something you can receive and have your records open. But I encourage you, if you're in a space where you can do this with me, you're definitely going to amplify the power and the palpable feeling you have within yourself when you do it yourself. Okay. You love my sweater. Thank you. See, this is so funny because this is like a cape kind of, right? And I remember when probably like 10 years into being a therapist, I told my husband, I said, I'm not going to be one of those therapists who just wears capes and scarves all the time. And that's all I did was wear capes and scarves all the time, like the last 6 years of my traditional therapy career. So there you go. I'm a cape and scarf kind of person. Well, not anymore. Now I'm a hippie, right? All right. So I've always been a hippie at heart. I just didn't know it. But it's honestly just so cozy too. Like I just love snuggling. Like if I can snuggle in anything I'm wearing, then it's a yes for me. Okay, so let's dive into this. We're going to open our Akashic records, and then after we open the records, I'm just going to have you guys take a few breaths and settle in, and then I'm going to start chanting. So I will place the chant lyrics in the comments here. Well, I thought I was going to, but it's not. It's not copying. So 1 second. There we go. Cool. Some of you may be familiar with this chant, and if you are, yay. One of my favorites. And I've just been chanting it like crazy. One of the things that I notice with chanting is that it'll just drop into my field. I'll just start chanting something. And it's really cool because it's always a cue to identify what I need at the time, or what I need to share at the time, or a message that I need to hear. And it's so soothing. It's so soothing to my soul. So this one, really what it means is it's really about shifting from the darkness to the light. It's really about shifting ourselves from untruth to truth. And it's obviously bringing in peace for us, but it's that idea of shining that light in the darkness, right? This is an opportunity to connect with our higher power. This is a beautiful gesture of intimacy, right? That we get to put aside duality and we get to just connect with the Creator, with that unwavering part of who we are. And that duality of light and dark gets to be completely dismissed when we are in this space because we're bringing it all together in this chant. So super excited to do this with you. Alrighty. Are we ready, everybody? Give me a yay in the comments if you're ready, and we'll open the records and we'll chant. Just moving my windows around so that I can see everything that I need to see. Okay, cool. Let's do this. All right, guys, close your eyes. Put your feet on the floor, especially if this is the first time you've opened your records. Put your feet on the floor so that you're nice and grounded at the same time that we're heading into this higher level of consciousness. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in. Allow a nice slow release on the out breath. Another deep breath in and pausing at the top of the breath. Breathe in a little bit more to fill to your fullest potential. And then a nice slow release. And just continue to breathe in and out of your heart space, allowing your life force energy to really massage that heart space. Give yourself some love. And then allow your breath to extend down past your root space, past your feet, past the crust of the earth, through the moist soil, into the root system of Mother Earth. And while you're in this root system of Mother Earth, I want you to pick up all of the unique medicine that is meant for you in this moment. Allow it to travel down to the crystalline caves where this medicine is activated and amplified. So that on your inhale, as you breathe in all this energy, you're pulling up this activated medicine into each of your cells, into the systems of the body, touching each of your chakras, each of your organs, and settling into your heart space. And then we send our breath down one more time into the sacred waters of Mother Earth, where all of the debris and scattered energy in our field is washed away, carried down into the core center of Mother Earth, where this energy becomes transformed into the most beautiful crystalline structure, a structure that is the perfect match for our unique blueprint in this moment. Allow this crystalline structure to turn into a warm steam. And as it rises, it feels like we're being coated in a warm blanket. Allow this warmth to sink in through your skin, touching each of your energy centers, activating your heart space, So we can send this life force energy up beyond the top of our heads, past the space in which we're sitting, beyond the earth, past the moon, the stars, the galaxy, entering into a space in the Akash. And as we enter into this space, we allow our energy to become fully illuminated, embodying that goddess or godlike energy that we possess. Allow it to be magnetic, drawing forward all of the wisdom and guidance and loved ones and energy that is meant to be part of this experience today. And as you draw all of this high vibration energy towards you, you can breathe it into your heart space. So it can mix with that warm Mother Earth energy and find a nice harmony. And then using your breath, you can distribute it through the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers and the top of your head. And it's from this space that I will sound the 5 sacred ohms to open up our Akashic Records. And you can repeat after me, or you can just receive. With this Om, I relax my body. With this Om, I relax my mind. With this Om, I release my ego and all judgment in this space. With this Om, I call in the light, all healing and knowledge. With this Om, I open up the Akashic Records of, and you can fill in your name here, Laura Knapp Mazzotta. The records are now open. Just take a moment to keep your eyes closed and your breath moving, allowing yourself to adjust to this high frequency space, and inviting in all of your guides, loved ones, angels, and ascended masters. Just taking a few breaths here, allowing yourself to settle, allowing yourself to just receive healing energy. Anything that comes up in this moment is relevant, whether it's a memory or a thought or a sensation or an emotion or a taste or a smell. All of it is relevant. Notice it. You can jot it down if you desire. You can jot it in the comments if you desire. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. We're going to start chanting here in a second. But I just want to call your attention again to the comments section where I put the lyrics for this chant. This is Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya. And this really means moving from the darkness to the light. And taking this duality, this polarity that we experience as humans, and bringing them full circle into unity so that we can remember that we're aligned with spirit. This is the most beautiful opportunity to foster intimacy with spirit. It's my favorite way of intimately connecting with the universe. So I'm going to speak this for one round, just so that you guys know how to pronounce it if you desire to chant with me. And then I'm going to head into the chanting. And I'm just going to go until I'm intuitively guided to stop, which is what I encourage you to do as well. And I play with the pitch and the volume and all of that. And you can play with it. It's a practice that you can cultivate over time. So it's not something you have to get perfect. It can take some time to learn certain chants. This is certainly not the easiest one. So be patient with yourself, or just allow yourself to receive and really feel the vibrations that come through. That's the most important piece, is to just feel the vibrations that come through and allow that intimacy and surrender to the universe. So let me speak this for you so you know how to pronounce it. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. I'll do that one more time for you. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amri Tam Gamaya. Okay, so that's the slower version. And I'm obviously going to be putting a melody to this. So this is a melody from Diva Primal. She's amazing. If you haven't followed her chanting, I encourage you to do so. And let's get started. Allow yourself to receive. Allow your body to move however it desires to move. A lot of times my body will start to sway. My body can even start to really move in circles. Just allow your energy to respond to the energy that's moving as we chant. So I encourage you to close your eyes if you're in a place where you can do so. Take a nice deep breath in. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Samatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Murtyurma Amritam Gamaya. Om. 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 Mazzotta ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om. 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 Take a nice deep breath in. Just tune into your energy, identify what's coming forward in this moment. Allow yourself to feel the energy that exists in your field at this time. Noticing any shifts or changes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know whether you joined in. Let me know what came up for you during that experience. Thank you for being present with me with this so that we can connect in this absolutely beautiful and intimate way with source energy. Carrie, this is one of my favorites. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to play with the harmonies. You're so welcome. I love it when you harmonize with me, Carrie. We need to go live together and harmonize. That would be so fun. But you notice how I just went with it. You notice how, sometimes I held the notes longer. Sometimes I played with the pitch. Sometimes I played with the volume. Sometimes I just held Om for a long time. Allow yourself to play with it. Get creative. That's the beauty of creator energy, right? It created the universe. It can certainly play with lyrics and songs and how we deliver it and express it through our being. Nice deep breaths. It's so beautiful. The other thing I promised to share with you guys today is just a description of Akashic Reiki, because I think that some people don't know. I've gotten a lot of questions about the difference between traditional Usui Reiki and Akashic Reiki, because I have Reiki classes coming up. Reiki 1 is going to be January 18th. Reiki 2 is in February. Reiki Master, Master Teacher, is in March. So, there's a few differences, and I think that the most powerful difference between them is the attunement, because you're getting attuned in the space of the Akashic Records, which significantly amplifies the healing. It significantly amplifies the clearing, because I've called Reiki 1 clarify. We're clarifying our body. We're clearing ourselves as a channel to bring this energy in and to be really a vessel of service for the universe, right? So when you receive an attunement in the Akashic Records for Reiki, it amplifies the healing and the clearing. And what's so cool is that it automatically integrates the Reiki energy with your unique energetic blueprint, which I think is so cool. That's one of the the beautiful benefits of the Akashic Records is being able to really identify your unique blueprint, your soul's purpose, where you're going, what you're meant to fulfill, and it attunes you in alignment with that, which is so cool. It also just expands the intuitive expansion. You're automatically going to get intuitive expansion with Reiki attunements, but when you do it in the Akashic Records, it's like Reiki on steroids. I mean, any modality that you use in that space is going to be significantly amplified. So that's the other thing that is super beneficial about Reiki attunements in the Akashic Records. And then the other piece is that Reiki is like this really gentle, compassionate, flowing feminine energy. And the Akashic energy is more father sky energy. It's more of a masculine energy. You can download protocols in that space. There's a structure, there's a ritualistic structure, just like we experienced here when we opened our records at the beginning of this experience, right? And so it's this perfect harmony of masculine and feminine balance. And I just love that so much, because that's what we're meant for, right? Like, we're meant to be bringing harmony to this polarity, which is so beautiful given the chant that we just did today, right? So those are the main differences. And then just as an experience itself, when I guide people through Reiki attunements, I actually dislike giving certifications to people, because I feel like that's such like masculine, societal, success-driven kind of energy. And I like to really make it an experience. So I tell my students, I'm not giving you a manual right at the beginning. I'll give it to you afterward, because I just want you to come and experience it. I don't want you to be taking a million notes. I don't want you to be like stuck in your head and like thinking through things. I just want you to experience the energy. This kind of attunement, this kind of energy work is meant to be felt. It's meant to be integrated into your being. And I want to personalize these experiences so that you're actually integrating this energy into you, into your day-to-day, into how you show up, into how you love, into how you connect, into how you operate, right? So that's the other piece. It's like an energy immersion is really what it is, right? And then I would say that really the last thing is just the network. I mean, anytime you work with me, anytime you enter one of my programs, you're entering a family. You're always entering a family. And so you're going to have, at your discretion, long-term networking, support, connection, healing, practice opportunities in the communities when you join any program of mine. So Reiki 1 is January 18th. The link is in the comments, so you can click on that. You can read about it. If you have any questions, just reach out. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. You can also tag me in a comment here, and I'm happy to answer. This was it was a present for me today, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. I honestly woke up this morning and the first thought I had in my head was, I get to chant the records today and share it with people. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I absolutely love doing this collectively because we amplify the energy. I feel it so much more powerfully. So I'm thankful that you're joining me for this and that you're allowing this energy to be amplified and rippled out into the world, and for making my Friday by offering me the space to be able to wake up this morning and say, I get to chant today in the records with people. It's so fun. One of my favorite things to do. So definitely return to this when you're feeling that polarity, when you're feeling like, oh, I'm pulled this way and I'm pulled this way and I'm pulled this way and I'm pulled this way. No. Let's come back to spirit. Let's come back to harmony. Let's come back to center. And this is the most beautiful chant to do that with. So without further ado, let's close the Akashic Records. We're going to do that with one final Om. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Offering gratitude and appreciation for all the love, guidance, and support we received in this space today. Acknowledging the frequency of oneness. Knowing that as we shift, shifts extend beyond us. And it's with this final Om that we will close the Akashic Records. The records are now closed. You can open your eyes when you're ready. How are you guys feeling? Give me a little feedback. I want to know how, if you have not been in the Akashic Records before, how was that for you? You may have felt nothing. You may have felt like a rock star. You may have felt some tingles. It can take some time to get accustomed to this energy. It can take some time to really attune to the high frequency of the Akashic Records. It took me a few months. Some people, it's right away. So if you've had a lot of intuitive experience, you will attune to it much more quickly. So let me know. Let me know how your experience was. I also have a YouTube video that teaches you about the Akashic Records, how to go into them, which we just did, but it's a little bit more detailed, and also how to start bringing messages through. So you can grab that if you want, and well, actually I'll have my team drop that in the comments so that you guys can check that out. And then, you know, again, reach out to me. Let me know how the journey is going. It's an always unfolding process. We're dealing with infinite energy. That's why the more and more people that come online with the records, that get attuned to Reiki, that get connected to this energy, the better, because we're always learning more. And all that does is just accelerate our learning of this space so that we have access to more and more healing, more and more expansion, more and more connection and intimacy with ourselves, with other people, with God. Tiffany, thanks. I felt great joy. Good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for sharing too. I really appreciate it. And we have 11 people watching right now. So just saying thank you to the universe for bringing forward that divine number. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. I have a membership group, not a membership group, a Facebook group called the Expansion Portal. So if you want to get to know each other a little bit better and have a space to really be able to expand your gifts and your intuition and your healing and your connection in a more tangible way, definitely jump into the Expansion Portal and come over there with me, where you're going to be able to get this and so much more in that space to get to know each other a little better. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. It's a nice long weekend for us here in New York, and we have a big snowstorm coming on Sunday, and I'm so excited because we're going to watch movies and drink hot chocolate, obviously. So whatever you have planned for your weekend, I hope it's absolutely lovely and wonderful. And I will see you guys next week on Friday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time here on Cosmic TV. Love you. Bye.